Head coach Pete Carroll joins us. Coach, before we get to the game, happy belated birthday. There was a massive crowd on Monday night, big turnout. What'd you think of the fans?
Yeah, I thought the crowd was great. It was the home field advantage was there. The noise was there. You saw that they were able to shake them at the line of scrimmage with just the volume of the response by our fans. It was great. And, I just wish we could have given them more to cheer about because they were there for it and they did their part. And if we can have that kind of a factor and continue to grow, it's going to be really a monster play in here.
Two of Geno's turnovers were deep balls. You talked about that after the game at the presser and early today. What'd you see with that and how maybe a check down or a lesser play could do more?
Yeah, he took a shot, and we make a lot of those plays in practice, and I've seen him over the years do well with that. But unfortunately, they kind of mounted up on us, and because they looked like he was just throwing a football. Well, he was taking the shot. He threw a ball where it could be caught, and they made a good play on it. Give them credit, but. In retrospect, let's not do that. Let's dump the ball down, we're going to miss big plays too because of that. Remember the one he threw to Dante last week? The ball he chucked to him and gave him a chance to make a play, and he did. So, he would do anything to not give the ball up, and as he looks at it, he feels the same way we do about that.
You've talked about it's going to take a while to develop this offensive line. I want to start off with the run blocking first. What you saw from the Chargers push and how you get Ashton more carries and get him going.
Yeah, well, we just got to keep bringing him along. You can see he's still learning, and there's he goes the wrong way on a play, and he has a problem on a protection one time. Physically, he's doing really well. Give him the ball and let him run. It looks good, and he started really well, and had an opportunity to have a good night. He will. We're still breaking him in, so for all of the obvious reasons, but he's going to be a big factor for us certainly.
You got Brock ready to go. That was really important. What'd you see with him throughout the game, especially when you got him going in the second half?
We didn't intend to feel our way with him, but I think it just kind of naturally happened, and we didn't go to him. We had some plays. He had some opportunities, but the ball didn't get to him. But as the game got going in the second half, we were talking about, let's go. Let's get him going. He's been playing long enough. He looks okay. We're concerned, but he handled it well and made it through the game, so we should be better this week. But I think there was a little bit of tentative, because we weren't sure if he was going to be able to, hold up because he hadn't done much during the week. But trainers did a great job with him. He was ready to play. He felt confident, and we just needed to just grab onto him a little bit more earlier.
I want to get into what your defense did in both these games in the second half because I was surprised that Coach Harbaugh didn't punt and went for it on fourth down on that stretch play. You turn it over, you get the ball back with an opportunity to score, and then they fumble. You had two opportunities to score and win the game potentially late in that game. The role of your defense to put you in that position.
Yeah, I think the defense has really been good. I'm really thrilled that this early we're showing the ability to build during the course of the game and build with our mentality and our attack and make things happen. I mean, it really shut teams down in the second half. So that's going to be a big factor for us. They're feeling it. They know that it's coming, and so that's a really good sign. The confidence is there. We can play cleaner. We gave up a 60-yard touchdown on a really easy play to make, and we tried a little bit too hard and tried to see across and around, and Kai lost vision of the corner route. Yeah, but that's not going to happen very often. And we played some other of the same situations really well. But it was a big play in that game. Now, unfortunately, that when it's a game that's that tight, makes a big difference.
As we're talking early in the week, we don't know the status of Jaden Daniels. Mariota's backing him up, but two mobile quarterbacks. And Daniels just had an amazing year last year.
Yes, he did.
You talk about his film study, what you've seen overall, and how explosive he is.
He has the factor, that the quarterbacks that can really scorch you running the ball in his favor, and it gives those teams in third and fourth down a whole nother option that another quarterback might not have. Jaden is a very talented, very natural, gifted player, and he's a big factor. So if he's playing, we know that we're getting the best shot they got. And we know Marcus too. We've all seen Marcus over the years and know that he's a good comparable player for sure. So we'll see what happens. We don't know. We can't worry about that. We got to get ourselves ready.
I was really looking forward to talking to you about Bobby Wagner and your relationship, covering the league as long as I've had. He's one of the greatest linebackers ever. Right. I mean, and you had him, and he's still playing great. What type of player is, human being, your relationship as you go up against him?
Yeah, We had a great time together,
Yeah.
and it was a great experience watching him be part of one of the great defenses ever. And he was right in the middle of all of it, calling it, making the plays, leading the charge. He's really one of my favorite all-time guys I've ever been around. Such a great worker, such a great person, a great leader. As he grew into that, he was quiet for the early years of his career, but he grew into the real vocal part of it as well. Very instrumental for Danny's getting that thing started last year. Using Bobby to send the message and stand for the right stuff, because he was always first guy in for last guy out, and just the consummate pro. Yeah, 1,000 tackles, or thousands of tackles. He's had he's each year. And it's amazing consistency and a marvelous job of taking care of his body to last this long, because he hasn't missed very many plays, and he won't miss them. He'll fight you to stay out there. So a great competitor, and I love the chance we get to go against him.
Tell us about Dan Quinn, because you told me when we had our first interview, you kept in touch with him the year you were away from football, and that relationship of mentor and how he's developed into a head coach in this league.
Yeah, we're just good friends,
Yeah.
after all the years we've spent together, and then through the time that he's been the head coach, a couple different spots, we stayed connected. He was very enthusiastic about the way we did things. He liked the way we talked to the players and the way we treated people, and so he's figured out his own way to incorporate an approach that's comparable. It's similar, and he really inspired that organization this past year with his consistency and his commitment to what he believes in, and they made a great turnaround.
Yeah.
And you got to give him a ton of credit for that. So yeah, we stay connected. We share some good off-season work and vacation spots and stuff like that. So we've been very close.
Wrapping it up, it's not your first time going east on a short week, and how you prepared for New England. Now you're right back to a road trip again. The message to your players is they really have to be sharp this week in preparation.
Yeah, well, they already know. They said it in the locker room in postgame. That it's going east again, and we know how to do this, and let's get after it. A little bit different schedule because of the Monday night. They're off today, and they'll be in tomorrow. And it'll be right on through the week to game time. So at least we have it in our back pocket that we've done it before, and we know what that feels like. This will be a little bit unique, but I think we'll kick right into the mode. In the locker room afterwards, so our fans understand, our guys were very optimistic about the future. Mm-hmm. They weren't all down in the dumps and kicking their lip around. They were ready to get back at it and get back on it and prove that we have something really going here. So couldn't ask for more.
And we'll end on that with the fans. These are the same fans who drove to Foxborough. They can get in the car and drive to
Come
DC.
on down. Come on down. We're just ways down the coast there. We'd like to see them.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.